What is going on, guys? It's RdnRacing. Welcome back to another YouTube video. Now, guys, today it's day one of the Malaysia Diecast Expo. With me, you guys know, today Bjorn Alvarez right here, and we've got someone new in the channel. We've got Gabriel Lin,
what's up?
or he's otherwise known as Black Bandit SG on Instagram. He's a local customizer here in Singapore. But today we're going to talk about our experience in the Malaysia Diecast Expo. So yeah, you guys heard it right. We are, as you can see, in our hotel room. Today was day one of the Malaysia Diecast Expo, and essentially, I want to talk about our experiences today. We did spend the entire day at the venue. If you can hear from my voice, I'm pretty exhausted. I'm actually tapped out. But essentially, we just wanted to do this video to kind of tell you what we felt, the pros and the cons, the good and the bad sides of today's event. So let's start with the good sides first. So Gabriel, what are good sides first before we get into anything else?
Yeah, so I just want to preface to the audience that I am a customizer, but I'm coming into this because there was no customization element day one. Only day two, that's when the competition. So tomorrow's the competition, the filmmaking of this video. But I think just as a collector, so not as a reseller or someone or as a content creator, just as someone who loves cars and wants to collect models of all of them. I liked, I think, the kind of the diverse exclusives, and some of the deals that you'll see later, some of the deals that we were able to get, right? I think that's really cool that every time I go to MDX, there's always different cars, always different from different makes, car states, not just the premium brands like Mini GT and all that, but you see Hot Wheels as well. So I think that was kind of main. Oh, and the most important thing is I think meeting everybody in the car community. Oh, definitely. All from Singapore, so the Singaporean car community was there, and it was great. The model car community, and some of the faces from overseas. So yeah, Bjorn, you wanna talk about that?
Oh yeah, let's give a quick shout out to people like Johnny's Diecast, Mini GT Mexico, Mizu Diecast, Rafa, Project 1 and 64.
I remember you, bro. I got you.
I also remember you. I never forget. James Model Car Houston, yo, shout out to you too, man. And are we missing on anybody?
Mizu Diecast, do you say I don't know?
I didn't say Mizu Diecast, Mizu Diecast, NSIC Diecast as well.
I think that's more or less.
Sorry if you missed on anybody.
I mean, Jordan from the Diecast.
Jordan,
locals,
yes.
right?
I hope you didn't
Bomber Diecast, Sham
as well. Dance of the Diecast.
So obviously we've got
EO Diecast also.
EO Diecast as well.
Nice to meet them, right off the bat.
Gilroy Cafe, John Dale.
Oh yeah, how could we forget?
Yes, how could we forget?
Mr. Tim Hortons.
Yes.
So yeah, we did.
Coffee's good.
Coffee's great, huh?
We
need to be halal. But yeah, so how was your experience throughout the positive side of this?
Yeah, so the positive side was one thing for sure was meeting the people there. I mean, we'll get to the bad parts later, but what made it bearable and fun was really like hanging out with y'all and just meeting all our homies there at the expo and meeting you guys. I think it was really great. A lot of people really welcomed me, to KL. So shout out to all my Malaysian viewers. Thank you so much for making this a fun one today. Okay, and he kept disturbing me. For those who know, he kept disturbing me there. Yeah, so thanks for making that extra
No
fun.
worries.
Hey.
I mean,
he's a master at that. I give it to Ridwan. He's one hell of an annoying person.
Gabriel,
that's my job.
He can testify to that. But all in all, you really had found meeting people there, just that one common place where we can share our passion for collecting diecast cars and stuff. And definitely the deals. I love how there's so many more booths this year. So as much as it's frustrating, it's like, wow, there's so many things to see. It's actually more of like, oh wow, there is so many things to see. So actually, it's a good thing, lah. So I had lots of fun today, and although I'm very very tired, I had fun, and in the end, I think I can say I had fun.
And I think they took all my points, both of them. But
okay, that comes to the end of that.
No, but essentially, it was an amazing event that we did meet a lot of new people. There were times where people recognized us obviously from our content creation point of view. It was nice to meet all of you as well. And it was very refreshing to see familiar faces, especially in the Malaysia Diecast community. Obviously, when we came last year, we did socialize the network, and it was nice to see that they remembered us. And that was very refreshing to see. We did meet a lot of new people, like Bjorn mentioned. And deals are brilliant. Right? Especially for us Singaporean collectors, deals have been brilliant in terms of both obviously the money value to it, the financial value to it, but also because of how cool they are. because of what they are.
Yeah.
Finding cool
But
stuff.
that brings us to the negatives, and boy oh boy, you're in for a treat because
Here we go.
there are a lot
That's
of
one way to
negatives.
treat it, one way to put it.
Here we go.
And with the exclusives, with the wide variety of exclusives, come the real pain, and that is exactly that, the wide range of exclusives. There's just too much, guys. We've got Mini GT, we've got Hokkaido House, we've got Inner 64, we've got Pop Race, we've got CM Model, and we've got other brands. We've got Sparky, Tiny, D Model.
Yeah,
Dream Customs had a mat.
Dream
had
Customs
an
as
exclusive
well.
mat. Yeah.
Shout out.
Dream Customs had a mat
It's cool
as
though.
well. I'm not saying you guys did a bad job. You guys did an
Yeah,
amazing job, but there's just too much exclusives for us to chase, and we want everything, right? We as collectors, we as content
We
creators,
want to get everything.
we want to make videos for
Yeah.
you guys.
Yeah.
So we want to chase everything.
Yeah.
And what happened was that chasing led us to nowhere. We were chasing ghosts because we came in a bit late today, unfortunately. And by late we mean we were 2 hours early.
Yeah, 2 hours early.
2 hours early.
Yeah.
That's how late we were. But we stood up. We queued up in a Pop Race booth. We were there from essentially when we entered, which was 9:11. Right, we were there till 2 p.m. Guess what? They ran out of Pop Race. Pop Race all sold
The
out.
400.
400 sold out. The what was
Black
that
Chrome.
one? The Black Chrome
Yeah, like
Hardcore,
sold out
right?
or something.
Multiple
yeah.
times, sold out multiple times, and then
And
they
Yeah.
apparently were moving. From what I've heard, I don't know if this is
Yeah,
true.
we're not sure also. but
Moving, they were moving stock from tomorrow to satisfy the demand of today.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Don't take our word for it.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
But
Yeah.
that's what happened with CM models as well. For those that don't know,
Yeah.
I'm not trying once again to say the negative, but
Yeah.
whatever happened is what we want to bring towards you guys, because I'm all about the transparency and the honest reactions and feelings, right? So yes, I love the exclusives, but there was just too much exclusive for us to chase. So much so that tomorrow we're gonna have to wake up at like 5 a.m. in the morning to hopefully get a shot at the Mini GT and Kaido's exclusives.
Challenge accepted.
So we're gonna have to hustle. These guys flew in, I drove in.
Redemption. Yeah.
So so that's where I think the negatives came in. But besides that, I'm sure there are other things that you guys want to talk about. So
Yeah.
maybe Gabriel first.
Yeah, there was. So I guess obviously I think the start of the event already there were problems. The queue is a lot larger, which is not is a problem, but not necessarily an unsolvable one. You know, there are ways to address. There are always ways around. There are always solutions, right?
There's always a solution to the
Yeah,
problem. Yeah.
But unfortunately, it was a mix of perhaps like impatience of the crowd and the organizers being really kind of like confused about how to like manage the crowd. It really looked like a crowd crush situation, but luckily nothing of that sort happened today.
I was scared for a moment actually.
Yeah, there were parts that were kind of scary, and you may see some of the stories on Instagram.
Yeah, holy crap.
So basically, it's a huge crowd in the floor. The mall security actually stopped people from using the escalators to go up, so only the lifts were available.
Okay,
So
that's a good move.
the entire section of the Tropicana Gardens Mall had the lifts jammed up, right? For not just people who were going to the expo, but
People who take the
mall
mall.
patrons of the
Yeah.
mall, right,
Yeah.
and mall staff. And by the time people actually got up, they just were greeted by a sea of people, right?
Yeah.
Maybe like low thousands. That's about that. And then I think what triggered towards as the event had opened, and as the doors were about to open, you guys know who Wataru Kato is. He's the founder of the Liberty Walk. So he did this weird thing where, and he does this apparently in a lot of shows, where he'll go and he'll wave the flag, the country of origin that he's at, and the Japanese flag to kind of signal the start of the event. So he was doing this like almost like a Grand Prix, kind of doing this, and people went into a frenzy. That was when the queue system was out of the window.
Collapse.
The
Snap.
law and order went out of the window, and we saw everybody in the waiting area just rush in.
My jaw dropped.
Yeah, and that could have been kind of dangerous. Luckily, nothing happened, and thank God.
Luckily, nothing happened.
Yeah, thankfully we're all okay, and this did not turn out the crowd crush. But as you guys know, like crowd crushes are real.
It's a serious
Yeah.
thing.
So
man.
beyond, take us away.
Yeah, just to add on to Gabriel's point, yeah. So the queue outside was definitely terrible, right? But it only gets worse from there.
Yeah.
The moment you go in, man, like the whole Kairos Mini GT queue, it was just very jumbled up. We kind of saw it, we're like, what's going on? We couldn't understand what was going on. And then let's queue up at Eno and Pop Race. And even there, it was so confusing. There was like multiple lines coming from all over. You know, I guess there was an attempt in a way. There was an attempt to kind of like guide people here and there, but inevitably it was messy.
Yeah.
And we spent so much time queuing up, and admittedly we did bail out.
Yeah.
We just felt it wasn't like it was almost 2 p.m. right? We were getting hungry. We were getting nowhere. The queue was like just not really moving.
Yeah.
We thought, hey, you know what? We're not gonna spend the entire of day one just to queue for the as much as we wanted to.
Someone
models.
complained about us, right? Someone was like, "Why you guys keep leaving the queue?" And it turned to a misunderstanding.
Yeah, lor.
Yeah,
You know, so it was kind of it was kind of fun.
Yeah, so because obviously sometimes we want to go toilet, you know, or we just like, hey, you know what? While waiting for the queue, some of us can just roam around, right? Make use of the time.
Yeah.
Like it's not like we just three of them will just stand together. So we took turns, like, hey, you know what? We go toilet, we go see the other booth. But I guess somebody had a problem with it, lah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I don't wanna obviously we don't wanna cause problems and miscommunications,
Yeah.
but it can happen.
Yeah.
However, I really gotta say, compared to what we experienced last year, I know a lot of you have seen my vlogs from previous year as well. It was just very messy and disorganized, and it was
Yeah.
just just difficulties all around.
Yeah.
But with that being said, I really hope next year the event can be a lot better. I think we can work on it. Once again, let us know in the comments about your experience about this entire event. Let us know what you felt.
I'm sure
I
a lot
really
of
love to
them
hear your stories. I'm sure you guys have a lot of
Face
stories
the
to
same
tell,
thing as us. Yeah.
right? But just like guys, this is a very short video. This video is over. See you in the next one, and I'm off.
Peace out.
Peace.